He cannot, and he's
on a little boot. Actually going to throw back to Ross. Marr misses. Ross, oh, nice open field running. Ross is going.
Along with Ted McFerrin, and tonight we come to you from Milton High School for the Tomato Bowl. Both teams, Milton and Warrior Run, are coming off of tough losses. What are the keys that we should expect to see in tonight's game?
Well, I think from Warrior Run standpoint, offensively, they've got to be able to protect Glenn Smith. He's got to be able to throw the ball, give him time. And defensively for Warrior Run, they've got to be able to control a whole arsenal of running backs that Milton throws at you. Don't let them get through the line untouched, because once they get ahead of steam, they're going to roll. From the other side of the ball, Milton's standpoint, I think offensively they've got to control the line of scrimmage. They've got to get the ball to those running backs, let them set up their play-action passes, and see if Warrior Run would bite on one of those passes once in a while. Defensively, they've got to put pressure on Glenn Smith and hopefully keep him from completing any passes.
Both teams want to even their record at 1-1, so stay with us. We'll have all the action when we return.
Looking for a good quality used vehicle? We have 4x4, sport utilities, pickup trucks, vans, and sedans with options and low mileage and warranties where available. Whether your vehicle is new or used, keep it running in top performance with V&H Motors Parts and Service Departments. Our service department will be glad to help you with your warranty work as needed, and of course any general maintenance of your new and used vehicle. And if the need arises, use our body shop with over 30 years of body work experience. V&H Motors, family owned and operated since 1936, Route 45, west of Lewisburg.
Some people will find any excuse to use their tools on the weekend, but HGTV has the only reason you'll ever need it. We call it the Weekend Work Zone. So if you're looking for smart projects for your home and garden, break out the tools and watch the Weekend Work Zone. Weekend mornings beginning at 8 Eastern, only on HGTV.
Everyone in your hometown is talking about CCN News 8. News that happens every day, right in your own backyard. CCN is there, covering the events that are shaping your community. You get the full story first. With Debbie Bortel, Chris O'Rourke, and Sam Hallman, news, weather, and sports has never been so local. Tune in weeknights at 5:30 and 10 p.m. and the following morning at 7 a.m. for CCN News 8, your only source for truly local news. CCN News 8, right here at home. Your local sporting goods store in Milton is ready for the fall hunting season. Hit the woods in camouflage clothing, caps, face masks, and jackets. Get to your special spot with one of our tree stands from Summit, API Outdoor, and Loggy Bayou, and some of the best names in game calls like Top Call, Boyers, and Buck Gardner. Whether it's ammunition or muzzleloading accessories, from archery to decoys, we have the supplies to keep the avid hunter equipped. Right here at Blue Heron Sports Incorporated, Route 405 South in Milton.
Steve. Okay, good game, guys. Good job.
Welcome back to Milton High School, to Alumni Field. That was Roger Williams, the referee, as they held the coin toss earlier, and Milton won the toss and will receive. Your line judge is Roy Sanders. Ted Deptula is your back judge. Bob Probert is your linesman, and Mort Baskin is your umpire. As we talked about briefly in the pregame, Ted, both teams trying to get back on the winning ways here in tonight's contest.
Yeah, I did get to see the Milton game last week, but I understand that even in a losing effort, they were the better team. But unfortunately, the score doesn't always indicate that, and I'm sure that Max was embarrassed over it, and I'm sure that they had a tough week of practice, and they're probably chomping at the bit to get at Warrior Run tonight.
I listened to the radio a little bit on the way in, and it seems like people's confidence in Milton had been shaken a little bit because everybody picked them hands down to win this part of the conference, but now if you're Milton fans, you got to be saying, what's going on?
Well, yeah, you could be saying that, but I also think you have to look at it as maybe a blessing in disguise. I think maybe the kids had a gut check this week. maybe they thought they were better than they were at that point, you know, and a loss doesn't hurt early in the season like that, especially to a non-conference foe, and I think you'll see in the end it might have helped.
Can help get your focus back, huh?
Right, right.
Well, deep for Milton is Ty Mitchell. And it was a short kick, only going to the 30. I think that was covered by
Jason Shutt, I think, or was it 26?
Number 4, I think it was number 46.
Yes, I think it was Jason Shutt.
All right, with tonight's starting lineup for the Milton Black Panthers, your tight end Marlon Smith, number 88. Your left tackle Bob Benyon, number 55. Left guard Bo Furman, number 77. Your center Adam Stallnecker, number 66. Your right guard Phil Herman, number 54. Your right tackle Brandon Rote, number 56. Single setback for Milton. 3 wide receivers and goes right up the middle to Jason Jarrett. He'll get across the 35-yard line down to the 36. That'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Your split end is Stu Sumner, number 12. Fullback Tony Gibbons, number 41. Tailback Jason Jarrett, number 37. Or Jim Highstand. He's another back at number 26. And your quarterback Chase Phillips, 17, as that pass goes incomplete.
That pass was tipped by Brad Maroon, who fell back into his linebacker coverage. Good play. Chase had plenty of time to throw the ball, though. There was nobody in sight getting a hand on him at all.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. Just underway here at Milton. Out of the wishbone. Ty Mitchell in the backfield. On the option. Oh, what a pitch to Highstand. He's across the 50, the 40, the 30. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Milton Black Panthers. What a option, as Chase Phillips just took it as far as he could and then pitched to Jimmy Highstand, who just ran it down the left side of the field for the touchdown.
And there was nobody there to touch him. We had a good hit on the quarterback, but Phillips got rid of the ball right in time.
65-yard touchdown run, pretty much. They'll line up for 1. Austin Kerstetter to attempt the extra point, and that is up and through. So quickly, less than a minute gone, Milton leads Warrior Run by a score of 7-0. We'll be back with more first quarter action when we return. Leads Warrior Run by a score of 7-0. We'll be back with more first quarter action when we return.
Turbottville National Bank, your full-featured source for financial services. We provide complete loan services when you need additional finances. A wide variety of savings plans to meet all your financial goals. The benefits of the Winner 50 checking account. The power of PC and telebanking. Now you can manage your money from home with your personal computer or telephone. Plus the convenience of a drive-up ATM and night deposit box. Visit our website at ttnb.com. Your hometown bank for over 88 years. Turbottville National Bank, member FDIC.
Kids don't come with instructions on keeping them drug-free. But if they did, this is what they'd say. Call to find out what else you can do.
Milton scores early, as they scored early in the Shamokin contest, too, and then struggled on into the remainder of the contest. Austin Kerstetter will kick it off for the Black Panthers. Deep for Warrior Run is who? Brad Marone. He's standing on his own 7. Kerstetter nails that one. He'll take it. Marone will take it on the 10. Cross 20. He's got a seam up the middle. And boom. Big hit right there by number 81. Brian Manning.
We'll set the offense here for Warrior Run as they come out over the ball. At center, Joe Simcox, sophomore, number 52. At guard, Dan Brink, sophomore, number 55. Josh Lively, guard, sophomore, number 63. Tackle Brian Reeser, senior, 71. And tackle Sean Snotty, senior, 74.
Handoff right up the middle. Not much doing there, Ted.
No, they got to try to keep Milton honest here. Basically, they're going to try throwing the ball tonight, but they got to run the ball once in a while. And throwing the ball will be Glenn Smith, number 7, a quarterback, a junior. His receivers, Brandon Criswell, number 1, a senior. Zach Schaefer, 21, a junior.
Smith to Schaefer. He's across the 40, be knocked out on the 40, probably 3-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Yep. You got tight end Michael Vick, number 88, a senior, and running backs. You got fullback Jesse Conner, a junior, number 35, and Brad Marone, a senior, number 12.
3rd and 1. Do you pound it up the middle here?
You go with the quarterback sneak, 1st down.
Across the 50-yard line, and that'll be the 1st down. The ball will be spotted on the Milton 49-yard line. Glenn Smith, big quarterback, 6'1", 190-pound junior. Out of the eye, 2 wide receivers to the right, to the left, excuse me, goes to Marone. And he'll get maybe a yard or 2. Ball be spotted on the 47-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 7.
Talking about Glenn Smith, the quarterback, this is his 3rd year. He started as a freshman, and last season he completed 89 of 180 passes for 6 touchdowns and 1,024 yards. So he's got experience. He can throw the ball.
No setback in the backfield now. Smith back to pass. He hits Marone at the 43, and he'll be down to the 40-yard line, and he'll be shy of the 1st down. Looking at the spot, it's just over the 40-yard line. Milton's one of those fields where it's really tough to pick the spot of the ball.
They have a little bit less than a yard for a 1st down.
And we'll see if they give it to Smith, the quarterback, to lean forward here. As Warrior Run not having any problem in this 1st series in moving the ball. Out of the eye once again. Send Marone in motion to the right. Hand up. Oh, up the middle.
No, Bobby Benyon. Bobby Benyon penetrated and made that tackle right as the fullback got the ball.
Was that the Comfer on that carry?
Yep.
That really wasn't a carry. He got knocked back a yard.
Yep.
You run into Bob Benyon. Bob Benyon's just a small guy. You know, he only goes, 6'4", 265. One of the bigger players on this Milton squad. That'll bring up 4th and 1 out of the eye once again. Warrior Run has a gut check here, Ted.
Yep. What are they going to do? He's going to get. No, he throws it out of bounds. Unfortunately.
Well, that pass intended for Zach Schaefer. I don't know. That was an ugly-looking play right from the start.
Broke up. They got good penetration for the defensive end, I think, on that side. It would flush Glenn out of the pocket, and he had to sprint to his right side and threw it out of bounds.
And that'll turn the ball over on downs, and Milton will take over on their own 41-yard line. Do you come here and try for the kill right now?
Oh, definitely. Even a play-action pass right here.
They'll be running out of the eye.
There we go, straight drop back.
Oh, high stand with the sticky hands for the first down. High stand catches the ball just over the 50, be spotted on the 47-yard line.
Yeah, he did a deep square in, looked like there, and Chase Phillips put it right between the defenders. He did thread the needle on that pass, and High stand made a great catch.
That was pretty. That was right through the middle. We have 7:44 to go. Milton leads this game by a score 7-0. Out of the eye once again. Phillips is back to pass. The left-hander throws it. He had number 12.
Stewart.
Deep. I know a lot of people thought Stu Sumner was going to be the quarterback this year.
Yeah, well, I think they used Chase Phillips most of the time last year in the JV action, so they were basically grooming him for quarterback, knowing that Stu would be the defensive safety and a receiver. Stu's one of those guys that could probably play anywhere.
This is one of those teams that, for the first time, hasn't seen an Ulrich at quarterback for about 8 years. Out of the wishbone, bring up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, well, actually out off the tackle, and he'll get just over the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long.
Brad Maroon came up real nice from the linebacker spot there and made that tackle.
There you see Jason Jarrett get a good look at him. Ty Mitchell in the backfield. It'll be 3rd and 8. 7:03 to go here in the first. Out of the wishbone once again. Little trap, nothing doing there.
Little counter that was played real well by number 20, Justin Pennycoff. He just read that real well and stayed home and was able to tackle Jimmy Highstand for a loss.
It was a good fake there on Jason Jarrett. I saw somebody tackle him. Brings up a 4th and 9. They lost a yard on that. And the punting team is in. Deep for Warrior Run will be Zach Schaefer. Phillips will be punting this, or in the punt positions, a low snap. And it is going to hit on about the 20 and be down on about the 13-yard line. It was kind of it's a little bit different to see a left-handed quarterback and a left-handed kicker too. Yeah, you look for the ball coming off of the right foot. And Warrior Run will start again, 1st and 10. And the ball is on the 14-yard line. And they will be running this one out of the eye, Ted. Ooh, that's tough running up the middle.
That's going to be tough running against this Milton defense. They have to do it once in a while to try to keep them honest. But if they're going to move the ball on a consistent basis, they're most likely going to have to throw the ball.
Bob bending in on that tackle, Maroon, the ball carrier. And one of the things about Warrior Run is they are a young squad. It'll bring up 2nd and a long 8. Smith back to pass. Oh, he is hit as he gets the ball to, I believe, Schaefer. So Schaefer gets the completion for about 7 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3, but Smith was hammered right as he threw the ball.
He was hammered by Robert Morey. He came in from his right defensive end position there, untouched.
Brandon Rope, Bob Benyon anchoring that defensive line. Smith all by his lonesome back there. He's going to pass. And that pass was intended for Michael Vick, just overthrown. That'll bring up a 4th and a long 3 or 4 yards. And Warrior Run will have to punt it out of there.
This is one area they had a lot of problem with last week. There were 4 times during the game in Mifflinburg that they either couldn't get the punt off or was fumbled. Coach Welver did a lot of changing on this week, so we'll see how this goes.
Brad Marone is back to punt it to Mitchell or Highstand if they can get it out of there. Nice punt, and it's going to be taken by Mitchell on his own 46.
Nice block.
Boy, did Bob Benyon lay a block on. Mitchell goes down the sideline. He's across the 30. He's across the 20. He's across the 10. Touchdown, Ty Mitchell. No flags on the play.
I'll tell you, Bobby Benyon threw one heck of a block.
I saw that.
Punt return.
We have an illegal formation.
There was a flag on the
kicking
play.
team. They only had 6 men on the line of scrimmage. That penalty is refused. Touchdown.
I didn't even see that flag, but holy smokes, like you said, Ted, doesn't matter. Ty Mitchell goes 54 yards for a touchdown. Austin Kerstetter will attempt to add an extra point here. Snap down, the kick is up and good. Austin Kerstetter makes it 14-0. We'll have more action in the first quarter when we return.
Our biggest and toughest ATVs are bigger and tougher than ever this year. New and improved torque converter designed smooth power delivery over a wider operating range, proving best what Kawasaki is known for, rugged dependability. More horses have been added for quicker acceleration, as has a carburetor heater for smooth operation when the weather gets cold and nasty. Kawasaki's Prairie ATVs, conceived, built, and now fine-tuned for enthusiasts just like you. Come visit us at Kurtz Kawasaki, 3 miles east of Allenwood.
Since 1955, Spangler Motors has provided the area with quality sales and service of Ford and Mercury vehicles. We are a family-owned dealership that has built a reputation for honesty and integrity. We offer the full line of Ford and Mercury, including cars, trucks, minivans, and sport utilities. Our philosophy is to deal fairly and honestly with you, our customer, and provide the best service possible for as long as you own your vehicle. By providing superior sales and service, we hope to remain your Ford and Mercury leader well into the next century. Spangler Motors, Route 405, Milton.
Here at Alumni Field, Milton, after a 54-yard punt return, now makes it 14-0. And we still have 4 minutes and 50 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Austin Kerstetter tees it up on the 40. Deep is Marone for Warrior Run. Boy, that's kind of a wobbler, and it's going to go out of bounds. Oh, it's a touchback.
It's out of bounds.
If it's out of bounds, it's a penalty.
Right.
So I'm assuming that hand wag was a touchback. And the official's bringing it out to the 20.
Yep.
That was close to the pylon.
Right. Now, I think what Warrior Run has to do now is not panic. They have a young team. They've got to try to do what they can do as best as they can do it. And I'm not worried about the score so much as try to improve each week.
Smith out of the gun. And just an inside handoff to Marone. And I don't think he got anywhere but knocked backwards on that one.
You have a center who's a sophomore, and you have 2 guards that are sophomores going up against Brandon Rote and Bobby Benyon, and who's that other?
Bo Furman
in there. You know, they've got a few years of experience there. This is going to be a learning experience for these young boys tonight.
That'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Smith rolls. He hits Marone, and he gets back to about the
line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
The Jarrett boy had a nice tackle there. Covered him out of the backfield, picked him up real quick.
Well, if you're up 14-0, Ted, and you have 4 minutes to go, as a former coach, do you try to get some different people in there?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet?
yet. You mean Warrior Run wise?
No,
or Milton.
Milton
wise. Well, thing is, Milton has the kids that they can put in there. You know, they've got plenty of experience. You can take a couple of kids out and put some other kids in.
Oh, there's the long pass. That was intended for Brandon Criswell. Had the distance on it, and boy, Smith had somebody in his face as soon as he let that go. He'll bring up a 4th down. Now, are my eyes deceiving me? Or did they just give him yardage on that last 3rd down play? Because now it's like at the original line of scrimmage. Yeah. And I know they had lost the yard. It'll be a punting situation. Brown will stand at his own 5.
This is scary.
And it's
again.
off the ground.
You got Mitchell back there. Okay.
It's a short punt.
Okay.
It will roll out on the 46-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Milton on Warrior Run's 46-yard line. Maybe that's what they need to do, Ted, kick it away from everybody.
Hey, I wouldn't kick it to Mitchell, that's for sure.
So Milton scores by 2 big plays, a 65-yard run and a 54-yard punt return.
But those are things that I don't think surprise me, because Milton has the big play capability. You know, they have the running backs that can do that. Warrior Run doesn't have that this year.
Out of the wishbone, the pitch goes to Mitchell.
Yeah, anytime this kid gets the ball, he can go coast to coast.
There was a little cut there. He'll be across the 45-yard line. Hey, somebody just did a kip to get up. It'll be a 1st down. The ball will be spotted on the 30. Try to see where they're spotting that ball on the 31-yard line.
32 yards.
So out of the wishbone, they have Gibbons, a high stand, and they had Mitchell. Now they have Jarrett, Gibbons, and high stand. Phillips back to the pass. He's under a little pressure.
Getting pressured by Snotty.
Oh,
he makes a nice cut.
And he gets a 1st down. Chase Phillips scattered out of there. And he gets the 1st down. Snotty had the beat on him, but just didn't have the speed on him.
No, he didn't have the speed to catch up, and unfortunately, our right defensive end there lost contain. I say our right defensive end because I'm used to coaching at Warrior Run, but Warrior Run's right defensive end, I should say.
Well, Gibbons, he's heading for the sideline, but he's got to get back in there. As now Jarrett, Gibbons, and Mitchell. And it goes to Jarrett. He's still on his feet, and he'll be knocked down at the 15-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 3, 2.
You're starting to see now what I thought would happen is with the offensive line just blowing Warrior Run's defensive line off the ball. You're using their size and their strength.
Ball spotted on the 10. Can get a 1st down. Out of the wishbone one more time. There it goes to Jarrett, and he is down across the 5, down to the 4. It'll be a 1st and goal to go. Marone in on that tackle for Warrior Run. And I'm thinking Marone is not a defensive lineman, so
he's a linebacker. So the line, like I said, the line's getting pushed back. They're not getting us much help at this point, or giving Warrior Run much help at this point.
It's going to be tough for you to do that,
I know,
isn't it,
Coach? I'm going to keep on catching myself on that.
Out of the wishbone once again. To the 1st back. Through.
Well, I think he's in.
It is a touchdown. That's Gibbons, I believe, for the touchdown. 4-yard run. What do I do with my pencil?
Yeah.
Austin Kerstetter is going to be wore out here as he will attempt it one more time. And the kick is up and good. Milton extends the lead to 21-0, and we are in the 1st quarter. 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. We're going to stay right here. Ted, what what can Warrior Run do?
Well, like I said, I can't say I'm surprised by this. I sort of look at Warrior Run's football team this year as a lot like Milton's team, I'd say 3 years ago when Tommy Snyder and Eric Snyder were sophomores and that crew lost. They lost quite often their sophomore years, and that's what's going to happen to this team. They got to learn from these games, and they've got to try to get better each week. You're playing a team here, Milton, who's primarily seniors,
right?
Highly senior-oriented team, and Warrior Run's team is I know they were starting 600 underclassmen on offense and 600 underclassmen on defense, and with no experience. These Milton kids are highly experienced kids, and they're good athletes.
Well, that's kind of what we saw at Danville and Selinsgrove, where Danville was virtually all underclassmen. Selinsgrove was mostly all seniors.
Playing seniors, experienced seniors is a big advantage. That experience really helps in situations.
Austin Kerstetter will kick it off one more time. And he nails that one. That's going to drive Marone back to the 1. He takes out on 1. He's across the 10. He's still on his feet. And he'll be knocked down at around the 21-yard line. 5-play, 55-yard scoring drive, culminated by a 4-yard touchdown run by Gibbons. So we have Mitchell, Highstand, and Gibbons all in the scoring column. Smith to pass.
Short pass to Zach Schaefer over there on the right sideline for a gain of maybe 2 yards.
Do you think that they would try something to the outside, try to spring somebody to the outside, Ted?
If they're going to, it's going to have to be a pass. They don't have the speed to get to the outside via the run because of Milton's pursuit.
Out of the eye. Hand off to nope, it's a quarterback keeper. Yikes. And not much doing on that one. He may have gained a yard as they hit the chains. Give him 2 yards.
I couldn't tell if they designed play or not. It looked to me as though it might have been a busted play there.
How to bring up a 3rd and 8. It's a lot of sprint outs, a lot of play action for Warrior Run. I don't know, maybe the shotgun is the answer because it'll give Smith a little bit more time to hang in the pocket.
You're right, that's what they might have to go to. Play action is useless unless you're getting some yards on the run. There's a screen. And again, he gets maybe a yard. Yeah, they're just not finding anything that can click offensively.
And that'll bring up a 4th down. And the end of the first quarter. The Milton Black Panthers lead the Warrior Run Defenders by a score of 21-0. We'll be back with second quarter action when we return.
For the freshest meats in all of Northumberland County, there's no other place but Mert's Meats. Our meat is processed here on site. Sausage is stuffed. Pork chops are smoked in our own smokehouse. Beef is cut, wrapped, and frozen in quarters and halves. Delicious meats start here first. Mert's Meats, Route 147 in Northumberland. The freshest meat in all of Northumberland County.
Once again, Milton Transportation strives in their continuing education by using the Pennsylvania Motor Truck Association Safety Laboratory, visiting area high schools, demonstrating the No Zone, and hosting the Pennsylvania North Central Safe Driving Competition. Just as education is a stepping stone in our lives, so is taking those first steps towards safety. To bring the Pennsylvania Transportation Safety Laboratory to your school or organization, please call 742-8774. Milton Transportation, sharing our knowledge with our youth, tomorrow's leaders.
My family and I have bought the last 5 vehicles here at Hawkins. Being a comparison shopper, I always go where I get the best deal.
For generations, people keep coming back to Hawkins Chevrolet Oldsmobile. You'll get the best prices and excellent service after the sale on new Chevrolet Malibus, Cavalier Z24s, and Trailblazers, or Oldsmobile Alero and Intrigue. We've also got an excellent selection of super clean, pre-owned cars and trucks. Start a tradition. Come to Hawkins Chevrolet Oldsmobile. You'll come back again and again.
This semi-bezel set Adalink style demonstrates new century styling with the security and safety of a bezel setting. This setting shows the grandeur and beauty of each diamond, while at the same time, it blends the links into a scintillating string of diamonds while you build it to its breathtaking completion. Give your special person an inch of diamonds on those very special occasions at a very special price. Adalink, exclusively at...
We are back here at Milton's Alumni Field. There you see the Milton Black Panther Marching Band playing some tunes, entertaining this, I don't know, on the Milton side, Ted, it's pretty capacity filled.
Oh, yeah, it's a good crowd here. Yeah, this game always brings a good crowd. It would be a better course if both teams had won last week. But it's still a good crowd here.
This is the Tomato Bowl. They will be playing for the trophy that was donated by Klinger Lumber. As this just kind of starts off the Milton's Harvest Festival, as the football game tonight and then some activities on Saturday and throughout the week, culminating with the Harvest Festival Parade on Saturday the 15th. CCN will be there. 4th and 7. Marone to punt. That's a good snap. He hangs on to it. He delivers a pretty nice punt. It'll bounce. Mitchell will take it on his own 40. Cuts to the right, and he's going to be tackled. Good tackle there by 71 Brian Reeser, as well as Brandon Criswell. And Mitchell probably had some big eyes thinking he was going to go up the left side. Nothing doing that time, as he had about a 9-yard return.
Now, Warrior Run hasn't been able to generate anything offensively, which, of course, then causes them to punt and brings Milton's offense back on the field, which is what they don't want. Milton's highly explosive offense on the field.
Phillips, the quarterback. Oops. And there is a penalty. Roger Williams will make the call.
Encroachment on a defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Cross into that neutral zone on a defense, you can't get back.
No way.
You will be flagged no matter if the offense stands up or not.
That's right.
So it'll be 1st and 5, ball spotted on the 45-yard line. Handed to Jason Jarrett up the middle. He'll get 6, maybe 7 yards for the first down. He'll be tackled on the 37-yard line.
When that kid runs the ball and you're going to tackle him, you got to wrap your arms and hold on. Right now we're making Warrior Run's making arm tackles. They're not holding on, wrapping, bringing them down. Jason's a good hard runner.
Good track runner too. Makes Tom Leeser proud. Out of the wishbone once again. That one goes to Jared. He was slipped and had a hand on the ground, and he's still able to go forward and get about 6 yards.
They're setting up that option now. They're going to fake to Jared and pitch it, and there's going to be nobody over there.
All right, you heard the coach call it. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5. 11:05 to go here in the second. Milton leads 21-0 in the Tomato Bowl from Milton's Alumni Field. I'm Bob Hickox along with Ted McFerrin. And it goes to the up back one more time, and Jared should be just a yard shy of that first down as he just squirts through there.
Yeah, you just get him a little hole, and he gets up in there quick. And he's powerful.
Jason Jarrett and Ty Mitchell. Will you see the option here? Here comes a blitz. Nope, hands off to Jarrett up the middle, and he'll be close to the first down.
Close, but I think he's going to come up
short.
He's going to come up, yeah, a foot or so short.
It'll be 4th and 1. Milton going for it all the way.
Okay, here we go, Max. Take the dive, throw it, baby. Score on this play.
Stu Sumner all the way out to the left.
Make the a sweep. Mitchell. He's got room.
Oh! He
might have got it with the dive over. I think he did.
He landed on his head.
I'll tell you, it was a nice tackle over there.
Let's see where they spot. Yeah, I think they give him a good spot.
Yep.
First down.
First down. Just barely, though.
Had good penetration there, Warrior Run did. That'll be a 1st and 10. Ball will be spotted on the 29-yard line. This drive still going on. Milton's had the short field all night, too.
You got to see the option in this series of plays. Coming this way.
Mitchell, High Stand, and Jarrett. It's the pitch to High Stand. He's across the 30, down to the 25, and knocked down on the 23-yard line. I don't know, Ted. Not running that option yet.
No, well, they don't have to really. I guess they're getting good yardage on that sweep, at least the left side here. Jimmy made a real nice cutback.
See number 51, James Weaver, a junior guard, 5'9", 165 pounds. That's how big I was when I played for Lewisburg, and I was a guard. Smallest guy on the field. And there it goes to High Stand. He's still on his feet. He gets across the 20, and he'll be knocked down at the 17-yard line.
Pretty basic. Off tackle, left, off tackle, right. Sweep left, sweep right.
And that'll be a first down, 8:33 to go. Milton on this drive. Got the plain vanilla offense going here.
Nothing fancy. That's right. You're doing what you do best. Make them stop you.
Single setback here. Trips to the right.
Now we got something different.
Handoff up the middle. Down to the 5-yard line goes Gibbons. Hey, spread the defense and send it up the middle.
Yep. Nice counter.
That'll be a first down and goal to go. Ball on the 5-yard line. A lot of offense in this game. So far by the Milton Black Panthers.
What do we do now? Same formation.
Spreading the defense out.
Same play. Same play, it looked like. Warrior Run was there to stop at that time.
I give him about a yard on that. Give him 2. It'll be second down and goal from the 3. Oh, now they spot it back to the 4. Second and 4 for the goal, for the touchdown. Milton looking to put this game out of reach here in the second quarter. High Stand, Gibbons, and Mitchell in the backfield. Mitchell. I haven't seen a call yet by the officials, and it is not in. It is on the inch line. Boy, there's so many fake handoffs going in there, Ted. I have a hard time keeping track.
Great misdirection plays, you know, and that's hard for defense to pick up when you have running backs crossing.
And I'm sitting all the way up here in the penthouse of the Milton Stadium, and I didn't even know who had the ball. Out of the wishbone once again. Now Jarrett, the up back. And it goes to Jarrett. He fumbles, and it's on the In the end zone, that's going to be a touchback.
Warrior Run recovered it.
How about that? And the ball just laid there. I don't know if anybody saw it. So a fumble causes a turnover.
I'll tell you, there was a hole there. He was in.
Oh, yeah.
He was in. And then there was just a mishandoff somewhere between the quarterback and the running back right there. They just muffed it. Hole was obviously there.
You know, that hurts a lot more when you fumble in the end zone rather than on the 50-yard line. But Milton's been playing with the short field all night. All they got to do is hold him here, and if it's been similar to the last couple of series, it'll be 3 and out. Send Schaefer in motion. Smith back to pass. He's got wide open Michael, and he is across the 30-yard line.
And we're going to have a penalty of roughing the passer.
Ooh, that'll tack on some more yards here. Roger Williams will make the call. We'll wait for the call here. Isn't it a great feature here that we have our referees mic'd?
Right, yeah, that's nice. Definitely helps. That hurts. You know, that has to frustrate. That's
roughing the passer, number 55, unnecessary roughness on the defense, 15 yards from the end run, 1st and 10.
Is that 2 penalties? Roughing the passer?
No, 15 yards tacked on to the reception.
Out of the shotgun, handed to the up back. There's a face mask. No. Maybe he had him on the shoulder pads, but his head got pulled down very quickly for a loss of 4 yards. They'll bring up 2nd and 14. Bob Benyon on that last penalty, so they give him 15 tacked on to the end of the run, or the end of the pass, which was a pretty good play to begin with. Would have got him a 1st down. Ball be spotted right on the 50-yard line. 45-yard, yeah, it's 50-yard line there. Smith back to pass. It's a middle screen to Marone. He's across the 40-yard line. See where they spot the ball on the 39. That'll be a 3rd and 4 yards to go. Almost 10 yards on that pickup.
Just nice little circle pattern out of the backfield there, in between the linebackers.
4 minutes and 54 seconds to go. Warrior Run on a move here. Smith out of the shotgun. Oh, nice coverage there by Ty Mitchell. Pass intended for Brandon Criswell. Mitchell was all over him like a cheap suit.
Mitchell really hit him right at the right time, right when the ball was out there. He knocked it free of Criswell. And Criswell's got to keep on coming back to the ball in that pattern.
Glenn Smith will call the timeout here. So you have 4th and 4, Coach. What do you call it?
They've got to go through something in the air because they haven't been able to run the ball, effectively at all. And they've been semi-successful with their short passes, so you have to come up with something in your arsenal.
Very hot night here. It's not really, it is hot, but it's more humid than anything. And players getting an opportunity to get a drink.
You got to make sure you get that water in.
They've been running out of the shotgun with Smith and Marone in the backfield standing right beside each other. And they've had a couple of nice pass plays completed to move the ball. Got about 25 yards on one play, got the 1st down, and then 15 on top of that on a penalty. And they run 3 receivers to the left side out of the shotgun. Smith is looking. Oh, it's tipped at the line.
It's tipped by number 74.
John Hartley.
John Hartley with a big paw put up in the air and knocks that ball down.
That was a pretty good-looking play right up until that point. There you take a look at Hartley going off the field. And they turn the ball over on downs. Hey, we have a new quarterback.
Stuart Sumner in quarterbacking the series. Stuart, a senior, he's put his time in. Nice to see him get a little bit of quarterback time.
Three receivers out to the right.
Movement by the right guard. Number 54, Phil Perman, moved a little bit quick on that one.
Number 54, offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Philip was one of those boys that I don't think played last week because of an injury. It's good to see him back on the field this week.
That'll be a 1st and 15. Ball now spotted on the 35-yard line. Golder wide to the left. First year that he's played football. Oh, and another fumble. And maybe they should have taken a couple of practice snaps there.
Well, sometimes that happens when you get a new quarterback in there, you know, and center and quarterback have to get used to a little bit, used to each other a little bit, and they haven't had time to do that on the sideline probably.
And it's a good thing that you get some game experience because you never know when your quarterback, your starter, is going to get injured. And I think Max calls the timeout here.
Yeah, he wants to go out there and get some things straightened out here. Get them. I think the fumble down there really took a little bit of wind out of their sail, you know, then the penalty, and they're just a little bit lackadaisical right now. Max will get them straightened out, and they'll get going again.
Now I want to ask you a question from a coach's perspective. If you see somebody on the field whose performance you're not happy with, you take them out, you sit them down, you talk to them, and maybe keep them out of series?
If you have the ability to put somebody in for him, yes, you take him out and you talk to him and you try to straighten things out, you know, and if he goes back in and still doesn't do the job, then you know, you might have to replace him that evening. With somebody else, give his second stringer a chance.
I always wondered about that, you know, if the performance is suffering, or if somebody is dropping a ball, let's say there's a little bit of fumbleitis going on, do you get him out there, or do you keep him back in there and say, you know, you're going to have to get over it?
Well, fumble's another thing, you know. You don't want to take the confidence away from the boy. Hey, the fumble occurs. It was a combination of the quarterback and running back's problem. Yeah, you go right back to him. Give him the ball.
Sumner to pass. Ooh, oh! Almost intercepted there by Corey Hall. It was broken up. Pass intended for Golder across the middle. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 17. As quite a few of the starting offense is on the pines for Milton. Again, I think you have to feel good, Ted, that you have the ability to put some other players in there and get some game experience.
Oh, definitely. You know, he's going to be able to do that this year. Get these younger kids some playing time.
And there's a sack.
Now, this series right here did not look real good. They just weren't in sync with things.
George Tipler makes the sack there. It'll be 4th and a lot. And we're going to see the first Milton punt, or the second Milton punt, as Phillips will come back in to kick it away. He'll be standing on his 15-yard line. Wow, what hang time on that. Fair catch is going to be called for. Rome takes it. Boy, he takes a beating there as he lets the ball hit in front of him. I don't know, at that point in time, Ted, maybe you should just let it.
Ooh, that was a scary play right there. Once the ball hits the ground and you're surrounded by orange, I'd let it go.
And there's a penalty.
He made a fair catch signal. Fair catch signal. He caught it on the bounce. As soon as the ball is caught, it's dead. 1st and 10.
Very good explanation by Roger Williams. Ted, you're holding your finger out there.
No, I was kind of wondering. I think they thought there should be a penalty because he made a fair catch signal. Didn't catch it right away. I'm trying to figure out what Max is arguing about.
Smith under center this time. Single setback, handed right off the middle. Pretty good hole there, but it closed up in a hurry as Marone will get across the 35-yard line.
And Marlon Smith really closed that off quick.
Bring up a 2nd and 7. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line. As soon as the handoff happened, Ted, it looked like a big hole off tackle. And then, like you said, just closed up in a hurry.
Right.
2:54 to go here in the second. Smith back to pass. Oh, it's intercepted by Stu Sumner. He just stuck right in front of the intended receiver. I don't know if that was Criswell.
He read that all the way. That was intended for Brooks' route.
Okay.
But Stu read that all the way, stepped in front of that, and made a nice interception. Now that will get him feeling better now, because the last series of quarterback, he had a little bit of rough time. He's back in there again. See if he can get things going.
It'll be 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 39-yard line. Sumner, kind of a draw to Jason Jarrett. He's across the 30. He's across the 25. Touchdown. Jason Jarrett is a big play, strikes once again. 39-yard touchdown run.
It was a basic draw play. You know, Stewart went back looking like he's going to throw, handed the ball to Jason, who went cut to his left, and there was nobody there. And he outraced Corey Hall into the end zone.
4 different people on the board for Milton. Austin Kerstetter kick is up, and that bad boy is good. Milton adds to their total 28-0. We'll be back with the final 2 minutes and 37 seconds of the first half after these messages.
Everyone in your hometown is talking about CCN News 8. Local news that happens every day, right in your own backyard. CCN is there, covering the events that are shaping your community. You get the full story first. With Debbie Bortel, Chris O'Rourke, and Sam Hallman, news, weather, and sports has never been so local. Tune in weeknights at 5:30 and 10 p.m. and the following morning at 7 a.m. for CCN News 8. Your only source for truly local news. CCN News 8, right here at home.
My name's Andy McDonald. I ride this useless wooden toy for a living. It's hard. I've been doing it for 13 years. I'm still lame. I do a trick called a 540. Took me a good 6 years to learn. There's a whole generation of skateboarders out there that are just as talented athletically as any basketball or football player. It takes somebody that's not going to be afraid to fall down a lot, because you definitely will fall down. You're not a failure until you refuse to get back up. Drugs are only going to hinder what I'm trying to do. That right there is my idea of getting high.
Alumni Field is the place for this Tomato Bowl. There tells the tale. 28-0 as Austin Kerstetter will kick off again. Back deep for Warrior run. Around both of these kicking teams, the receiving team and the kicking team, are having a little practice tonight. Be wore out by the time Austin's not going to be able to walk. And he kicks it deep. It'll be taken by Marone on his 10. He's across the 20, up the middle, and tripped up there.
26-yard line.
Trying to see who that was that had that tackle, number 33. Robert Worry got an ankle on him, or got a hand on his ankle. And it'll be 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the what? 27?
Yep, that's 27.
Smith under center, and he'll just sneak it right up the middle. He'll gain about 3 yards on that. Max Snyder sending players in and out liberally. Applying his players liberally. Second and 7. Ball just on the 30-yard line, out of the eye. Goes to the second back through, Marone, and he may get close to the line of scrimmage.
The inexperience is really shown on the offensive line here. Milton's defensive line is just penetrating, a yard and a half into the backfield every running play.
If you're the offense and you know that that's happening, Ted, what can you do? Go to the outside? Throw the ball out of the shotgun?
Yeah.
You're shaking your shoulders. You're shrugging your shoulders.
This is a tough situation for Tim Welliver and his coaching staff. Like I said earlier, you got inexperience. You want to try to run the ball, to keep Milton honest. You can't just go away from it totally and just throw the ball, because then the Milton big boys are going to be coming after your quarterback all the time.
So Tim Welliver, the coach of Warrior Run, how many years has he been there?
And this is his second year as a head coach. He's been there for a few years now, probably 6, 7 years.
And there you get a look at the Warrior Run fans, and they are sitting there silent as their team struggles to get any kind of forward progress. They had a pretty good series the last time, and then they turned the ball over.
To tell you truthfully, they've looked better tonight, even though they're losing. They're playing a much better team. But they look better tonight than they did last Friday night. And I think in our division, other than Southern and Central, there are some teams that Warrior Run will be able to compete with.
Be 3rd and 6. Schaefer in motion. They're going to sprint Smith out, and he didn't have any chance at doing anything there.
Yeah, there's just no time for him to sprint out. We're just not getting the blocks needed on the line of scrimmage to protect Glenn.
I think probably the best plays that they have run, Ted, have been out of the shotgun.
Shotgun short passes.
Because he doesn't really have enough time to stand back there and look for somebody to come open.
No.
So that's why he's got to hit the short passes. And that'll be a punt situation now coming up. Marone to punt deep to Mitchell and a high stand. They're standing on their own 35. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. And that'll be out on the 45-yard line.
That definitely gives Milton good field position, right with 1 minute and 10 to go, half. Definitely try to pound one in again.
Let's see who comes out at quarterback. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball will be spotted by one official on the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 40. Max Snyder calls timeout. Once again, let's see who comes in at quarterback.
Max is getting some other players in. Mike Swiger. He's a sophomore. This is a good opportunity for Max to get his young kids some playing time. He'll probably be able to do the same thing again next week. It prevents some of the older kids maybe from getting injured, because 2 weeks from tonight, he's got a big one down in Selinsgrove. He's got to make sure his players are healthy for that one.
Who do they play next week?
Next week they have Lewisburg.
I think probably next week you may have a chance to see some blazing speed on some artificial turf.
That's right.
All right, there we have the sophomore quarterback in.
Let's see who he's got at running backs here.
That's
that high stand there?
No.
24 is Mark Erb.
Mark Erb, also a sophomore.
Nice run by Mark Erb.
I think Maury was in there also. also as one of the backs.
32. 32 was in there. Philip Ingrid.
And 33 Morey was the backfield. A couple of sophomores and a junior.
We've switched and put a couple other people in there now.
Is that Roger Ball? Yep, Roger Ball
44.
gets the pitch. And he's around the 20, and he'll be knocked down just inside the 20 with 50 seconds to go. Roger Ball, senior. We're going to have to consult this scorecard here, Ted, because Coach Snyder is getting everybody that he can into the contest. Clock down to 30 ticks and a half. Out of the wishbone one more time. Whoops. Probably looking at your JV squad here.
Josh Hubble, number 78, I think, on the outside. 67, Corey Reedy.
78, offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
I can't wait to look at these stats at the end of the half.
It's definitely going to be lopsided.
Ooh, that was dangerously close to being offsides there too. As
okay, we're going to wind down the clock here to half.
Will end the half. And Milton and Warrior Run will head on into the locker rooms at halftime. The Black Panthers lead the defenders by a score of 28-0. We'll have second half action and the stats when we return right after these messages.
Mondays at 9, Animal Planet becomes a crime scene investigator. Each week, you'll uncover the most intriguing criminal cases involving animals. A gorilla helps the feds nail a smuggling ring. Insect analysis puts a killer behind bars. A San Francisco cat burglar really lives up to his name. And a dog with an uncanny nose sniffs out murder victims. It's a new series from the network that knows animals best. When a crime involves animals, you can be sure they'll get busted. Mondays at 9, only on Animal Planet. Ever wonder how your favorite foods are really made? Go behind the scenes, discover the mysteries behind the munchies. From a new twist on pills, or the making of beer. It's a blast of beloved food, present and past. Unwrapped, the original series, Monday nights at 10:30 Eastern and Pacific, exclusively on Food Network.
Visit Route 15 Flea Market Center in Lewisburg, where you always feel welcome. Imagine acres packed with row upon row of mini stores selling bargain-priced items. Hundreds of garage sales side by side where you can buy hidden treasures at affordable prices. We're open every Sunday at 8 a.m., rain or shine. Through the week, visit the Route 15 Furniture Outlet and the Silver Moon Antique Mall. Open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 6 p.m., Sundays 9 to 5. For great prices, great value, visit the Silver Moon Business Center, 2 miles north of Lewisburg on Route 15.
Nights. Travel the globe and hang out with the locals. Discover the skill and beauty of our natural friends. Experience the wild side of life. Wild discovery at its new time. Weeknights at 6 and 7. Only on the Discovery Channel.
It's football season, and what better way to watch the game than in a new recliner from Hoover Furniture in Milton. Hoover Furniture features a huge selection of recliners by Lane. Hoover Furniture even has Lane Comfort King recliners built with large individuals in mind. The Lane Comfort King is the biggest, tallest, most comfortable recliner ever built. Plus, Hoover Furniture is an authorized Lane gallery with a great selection of sofas, love seats, and more. So when it's time to watch the game, get comfortable with a Lane recliner from Hoover Furniture in Milton.
Deep is maroon for Warrior Run as we're getting ready to kick this third quarter off of the Tomato Bowl. There on the sideline is the crystal glass trophy a new one for this year. Kerstetter, boom, that one, holy smokes. That's going into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Well, that young boy can kick, I'm telling you. I don't know, what year is he?
He is, I believe he's a senior.
Yeah, he definitely has a good leg on him.
I know when my son was in school here at Milton, Austin, pretty good hurdler, played soccer, and started kicking for the football team after Keith Yaiko graduated. Out of the eye, it'll be 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Smith to Maroney, covers it up, and he is buried. Ooh.
Now there's no blocking. You know, you're not going to be able to run the ball.
You know, as the running back, are you saying when he's calling a dive up the middle, are you saying, yikes?
Just give me a hole, fellas. Give me a hole to run in.
I'm begging you here. Single set backs, 3 receivers out to the left-hand side. Smith underneath the center, and he is going to pitch to Marone, and oh boy, does that close up in a hurry. Nothing doing there, Ted.
No, they were outmanned on that side. You know, they're trying to run a sweep to that with no lead blocker. Yeah, the linebacker just scraped down the line. Perfect technique and filled that hole.
And that'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Not able to move. Marone, the deep back, and he will not get it. It'll be a kind of an end around there by Brandon Criswell. He'll get across the line of scrimmage and gain 3 yards on that. It'll be 4th and 7. Ball will be spotted on the 23-yard line, and it brings on the punter for Warrior Run. Ty Mitchell and Heiston will be standing on their own 45-yard line. Mitchell already broke one off for a touchdown. Marone will be doing the kicking. Kicking game has been pretty decent. Good snaps, good pressure. Now that one is a low liner. Bounces on the 45 and over the 50, and it'll be down on the 47-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Milton on their own 47-yard line.
Now let's see. Max it looks like he's bringing Stu into quarterback. Give him some playing time. That's good again. And I think you try to get back to your basics, your basic offense, move down the field. I know, get this unit to put another score in, and then you'll probably see many more substitutes.
Chase Phillips on the sidelines with the headset on. Goes to the deep back. Highstand, is that who that is? Yep, Jimmy Highstand.
Jimmy Highstand, yep.
He's across midfield, knocked down on the 41-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 Milton. As I think Highstand's got a little pad problem coming out. Out of the eye, and Mitchell, the deep back. And he'll get the ball, goes off tackle, through a hole, and he'll be close to the 1st down, depending on the spot.
I think he's got it. Nope, they're calling 2nd and short.
2nd and inches, and we are in the 3rd quarter with 9 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. 28-0 for the Black Panthers as they are all over Warrior Run. Stu Sumner, the quarterback, hands off to the up back, and Highstand will get across the 30 and get the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10, ball spotted right on the 30-yard line. Is Warrior Run really struggling to come up with somebody to make a big defensive play? to Sumner. Quarterback out of the eye, goes to the second man through, and that's Jared. Almost has it stripped out of his hands, and he able to squirt through for about a 6-yard gain, maybe a 7-yard gain on that.
And not only is Milton, stronger, but they're much bigger, and it looks like they have just worn the defensive lineman down right now.
Gibbons and Highstand in the backfield. And it's pitched to Highstand. He's going to cut across the 25. Oh, he has to go wide. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet. He'll be knocked out around the 10-yard line. He wanted to cut it back towards the middle, Ted, but he just couldn't. He had to cut it out.
Yeah, he's got the speed to do that, though. He can get out around the end, and he scoots.
I think Smith may have even made the tackle on that one. And it'll be a first down and 10 on the 12-yard line. Jared Mitchell, boy, there are so many different combinations that Max Snyder's using in the backfield. It's tough to keep track of, and it'll be a pitch to Mitchell. He's across the 10, the 5, he's cutting it wide. Touchdown, Ty Mitchell. A 12-yard touchdown run by Ty Mitchell, his second touchdown of the night.
They've just got too much speed for Warrior Run. You got Highstand and Mitchell, who both are very quick. I know, they just can't contend with that.
That touchdown comes with 7:50 to go in the third. Kerstetter is going to attempt to add his 5th extra point. High snap, kick is down, the kick is up, and that baby's off the wall. It's good. 35 for the Milton Black Panthers, a goose egg for Warrior Run. We'll be back with more action right after this.
Greenworks for Pennsylvania is an entertaining, award-winning show about the people who keep our state healthy and livable.
We are part of the community, so we should do our share.
There really are people doing positive things out there for conservation and for the environment.
Learn how you can help your community and your environment. Watch Greenworks for Pennsylvania.
The mystery is back, and only one network can bring it to you. Weeknights at 8, 7 Central. Lifetime unveils a new season of Unsolved Mysteries hosted by Robert Stack.
Join me for a new season of intrigue, suspense, and mystery.
Unsolved Mysteries new season. Weeknights at 8, 7 Central. Only on the phone.
Take a look at the Milton cheerleaders as they have something really to cheer about tonight, as they have seen their Black Panthers put 35 points up on the board. They have scored early, they have scored often. When I say they scored early, Ted, it took them 41 seconds to put the first 7 on the board.
Yeah, it hadn't taken them long to score in either of the halves.
Yikes. Austin Kerstetter, the most mentioned name on the field, as he just keeps kicking and kicking. I'm telling you, he's going to have to ice that leg and that hip tonight, or he won't be able to walk. Let's see if he kicks this one out of the end zone. The kick is up. It's pretty deep. It's going to be taken by Marone on the 5. Across the 10, the 15, to the 20, and he is swarmed under at the 24-yard line. Number 40, Lynn Yoakum, I think got a helmet on the hand as he comes out holding it. Good tackle there by Yoakum, and that'll be a 1st and 10. I don't know, Ted. I'd like to see that shotgun, and I'd like to see him keep passing. Out of the eye, it goes to Marone, and He's trying to slide down that line, but the hole is just not opening.
Well, I think I get Coach Welliver now, I think, is realizing, you know, this game is out of control. I don't think he's going to throw the ball maybe as much just to keep the clock running. Although at this point it's going to run anyway. So
the clock will continue to run. Smith is the only one in the backfield. And he is going to pass. Nice catch by Schaefer.
Zach Schaefer, yep.
And that'll be a 5-yard pickup on that. And that's what they got to do. I don't know, you know, I'm not the coach, but I would just try to keep passing, try to move the ball down, put a score on, make it,
sure.
Do a little, what does Don Castline say? Do a little surgery, cosmetic surgery on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I would go away from their offense either. If he's going to throw the ball, he's going to have to throw the ball, you know, as the season progresses. Keep working on things.
And there's going to be a flag on the play.
Is that a delay? Is that a delay game, maybe? Yep, delay game.
Delay of game, as Ted calls it. So that nice 5-yard gain that they had gets erased by that penalty. 5:54 will keep you informed of the clock. So that brings up a 3rd and 10 here. That first team defense still doing a great job. They send Hall in motion. Smith, the pass, and it's up for grabs. It is intercepted by Sumner on the tip by Mitchell.
Stewart with another nice play. I know, following that tip pass, picking off that interception there. He's your center fielder back there playing free safety. He's a good ball player. Comes from a nice family. His mother, very nice lady. She told me that if I said that over the air, she'd make me some chocolate chip cookies. So I better have them this next week.
Sumner back in at the QB. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Short field again for the Black Panthers. They've been virtually on Warrior Run side of the field all night long. Send Golder in motion. Oh, high stand. He's across the 30 and down to the 26-yard line. High stand just squirts on through there.
Yep. Yes, he's quick. You can't have too much speed on a football team. I'll tell you, it's nice to have speed.
Good mix of track athletes and baseball players on this football team. Basketball athletes. It goes off to Jarrett, and he spins. Nice spin move there. He's got some good moves.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. Ball spotted on the 22-yard line. Clock mercifully moving at 4 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Milton looking to knock on the door again. Oop, let's get on the right side here. Send Golder in motion. And it's, there's the
pitch to Mitchell.
Oh, he's in trouble. He lost his blocker.
Yep, corner came up. Corner came up and made sure he cut it back in, and the linebacker scraping that line was there.
And that's exactly what they're supposed to do. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Mitchell comes out. I don't know if he was favoring his shoulder a little bit. But, you know, when you run this many players in and out of the game, you never can be accused of running up the score.
No. You know, you can't ask a kid not to run the ball.
That's right.
Max is doing the right thing here.
Out of the eye, goes to the back through, high stand, he squares through to the 5. almost to the 5-yard line, across the 10, and he'll be tackled on the 7. And that'll be a first down. Jarrett in, Gibbons out, high stand in. Ball will be spotted at the 8-yard line. First and goal from the 8, 2:38 to go, 35-0. Light wide left, Golder wide right, up the middle, Jarrett, touchdown!
He's in. Yeah, that's a heck of an effort, though, right there. He was tripped up at the 5, and he just dove into the end zone.
8-yard run by Jason Jarrett. That's his second touchdown of the night. That comes at 2:22 to go. Austin Kerstetter going for point number 6. Kick is up, and that baby's good. He has been deadly. 42-0. We will return with more third quarter action in a moment.
When I was a kid, I dreamed of becoming the best. Of course, I do more than dream. I make plans for what's going to happen to me in the future. I actually got up and did something about becoming a champion. I went out and worked hard. I trained very hard. I always have to get a new resolve to get better and new goals. There's a lot of constructive things that you can do. I don't have to mess around with drugs because I know it's not good for me. It's not good for anything that I do. Drugs kill dreams. It's just not worth it. It's always you have the choice. You have to make the best one.
A new kind of spirit sweeping our great nation. It's pure family entertainment. It'll fit your family like a glove. It's called PAX TV. Yeah, PAX. Share it with someone you love. Share it with someone you care for. Share it with someone you hug. Share it with someone you love.
Scoreboard tells it all, folks. 42-0. Kerstetter to kick it off again. Boy, I sound like a broken record. See, deep will be Marone.
Marone is at least working on his return average tonight.
Yes, he is.
He's getting a lot of practice returning the kickoffs tonight.
See, Kerstetter already had one into the end zone. Most of his kicks have been down around the 10 or the 5-yard line. Boom. That's going to be taken by Marone on the 10. He's across the 15, the 20. And he is cut down immediately by number 33, Robert Morey. You know, these tackles on these kickoff returns have almost been solo tackles.
Yeah, they have been. They're not getting any blocks on their kickoff return team. Marone has been in the whole game, offense, defense. You can tell his legs are heavy. He's tired.
All right. Sends Schaefer in motion. Quick pass to Schaefer. He's across the line of scrimmage, and he'll get about 2 on that. I'm thinking we're seeing some different defensive players in there, too.
Yes.
For Milton.
He's got his definitely second group in there.
See some sophomores out there.
Yep.
There goes the pitch to Marone. He's across the line of scrimmage, and he just nothing doing there as he's gets tackled there. I believe that may have been Urban on that tackle.
Trying to get some of these numbers of kids out here.
It's tough.
And Mark Erb is in there, a linebacker. Swigert at free safety.
Brian Manning in on that tackle also, as we continue to consult the scorecard.
Kenneth Light at a corner. Let's see who's making these.
Smith, oh. He had Marone for a second, and it was just wide. Clock now down to 27 seconds here in the third quarter. It brings up a 4th and 7. This game flying right along.
They're going to go for it. Why not at this point? Oh, they are shifting. Okay.
Got 10 seconds to punt it on out of there. Oh. And it's a fake. He should punt it. He's across the line of scrimmage, and he gets that. Oh, Tim Williver on the other side just took off his hat and put his hands on his head.
Yep.
Like, what was that?
He's upset. He's upset with his players there.
Oh, well, that's kind of an odd way to end the third quarter, but it ends with the Black Panthers up over the defenders, 42-0. We'll return with the final 12 minutes in a moment.
Kids don't come with instructions on keeping them drug-free. But if they did, this is what they'd say. Call to find out what else you can do.
The perfect balance of form and function, color and light, ideas and inspiration. And when it all comes together, life is good. HGTV's Design Time Saturday night. Saturday night starting at 8 on HGTV.
You see Coach Williver, he's just putting his hand in his pockets. That was ugly. It'll be a Milton first down. And Ingrick with the carry, and he's around the side across the 20. Be knocked out on about the, I don't know, the 15-yard line?
Yeah, I think it's about the 14, 15, 16-yard line, I believe. It looks like we've got a pretty much of a JV teams on both sides in there now.
Yeah, I see Marone finally getting a break on the other side. The mercy rule has been evoked, something, turned on. Roger Ball, he's going to go around the side. Oh, and he's knocked out at the 5-yard line. Your quarterback in there is Swigert, sophomore. Takes Roger Ball, the senior, out. A good run there, and it'll be first and goal to go on the 5-yard line. Clock moving at 10:59. Pulling guard there.
Yep, trap. Inside trap. Hand off to the fullback.
Let's see who that is. Lynn Yoakum. And that will be 2nd and 4 to the goal line. Oh, shut on the carry? Is that what he said? 46.
Yeah,
I thought it was Lynn Yoakum, but he called shut. neutral zone. That'll move the ball forward a couple inches. Not a real big penalty there. One about 2 yards. It'll be second and goal from the 2. 10-10 to go. Schweiger, your quarterback, number 14, a sophomore. And he'll sneak it in.
He's in.
Touchdown. And let's see if they, Kerstetter comes back in, Stu Sumner to hold. Kerstetter trying to put his 7th point on to the scoreboard. Good snap. Kick is up. And that is good. 49.
I'll tell you, down the road, that kick could be very valuable. In a big game, such as the Selinsgrove game, Danville game, or the playoffs, that kid's got a major league leg.
We'll be back with another kickoff in a moment.
Nothing brings out your appetite like the great outdoors.
And now for dessert.
Introducing Food Network's new original series, Appetite for Adventure. Join hosts Tori Ritchie and Joey Altman for the most extreme eating experiences.
Hey,
get hungry for Appetite for Adventure. Only on Food Network.
A selection of jewelry so impressive, you'll look for new places to pierce. Love shopping? Shop NBC. The evolution of shopping. Watch and wear television. Coming this fall. Love shopping? Shop NBC. The evolution of shopping.
Let's see, back deep for Warrior Run is who? Number 2, Jake Hollenbach, a sophomore. Kerstetter will kick it off once again. And he puts that one.
Who's this? New running back?
On the 5-yard line.
Jake Hollenbach.
Oh, what a hit! Oh, what a hit!
He gets hammered by number 42. Seth Parent, yep.
Oh my, that was a big hit. You know, to just talk about the comment that you made before we went to break about the kicking game, Selinsgrove has got a good kicker by the name of Ryan Rumberger, who kicked a field goal in the Selinsgrove-Danville game. So Selinsgrove got some tools. All they need to do is go in the box and pull them out.
I never count Selinsgrove out, especially if they got this Lawver kid. This Lawver kid is the best running back in the league.
Justin Lawver, saw him last week on the CCN Game of the Week. Your quarterback again, Hollenbach, who just ran the ball and took that pretty big hit. Offense loses a yard on that one. Got to bring up second and 10. At the conclusion of tonight's contest, Ted and I will be picking out the players of the game for Warrior Run and Milton. We'll have to chat about that. .8:42 to go. Hollenbach has a single setback, goes to the single run back. He's through. He's got about 6 yards on that and a flag at the end of that. That's got to be probably some kind of a tackling penalty when it flies.
Yeah, maybe a face mask. That was Adam Hout, number 33, a sophomore, showing a good burst up the middle.
Penalty. Hold it.
He's thinking he's got it off.
I know. Yeah, right.
So, like you said, face mask at the end of it brings up a first down. I don't know. Is that only the third first down they've had?
I don't think they had any up in the second half up until that one right there. There goes, is that Hawk again? He's showing some good steam up there through the middle.
Yeah, but there's probably going to be a procedure or a hold there.
Hey, well, we got time, you know. I'm going to put a plug in for the Milton field hockey team. They've got a home game on Thursday here against Shikellamy. Why don't some of you fans come on out and cheer on the Milton Lady Black Panthers as they play host to Shikellamy in their hockey game Thursday here at the hockey field.
Hockey field right directly south of the football field. Soccer fields to the west. And that'll be a first and 15. And there goes a pitch.
Hawk.
He'll get close to the original line of scrimmage. And if you haven't been around the Milton High School lately, you really ought to take a look at it. A lot of construction. There's a new entrance in the back, new entrance in the front. That big, strange-looking object in the front of the building is the new auditorium. A lot of wing space and fly space for the arts programs here. Hollenbach will carry it himself. He's across the 40, and he'll be knocked down at the 44-yard line, close to the first down. No, he got a first down on that. Good spot there by the official.
Bob, what's that tell you about the football game when we start talking about the building project and the building and everything?
Starts getting wild, huh? Little out of hand here as the mercy rule has been evoked. 49-0. Milton scored early, scored often, and they've scored with a lot of different players. Oops. Should have just kept going in motion. All kinds of penalties, flags there. One, scoring somewhere here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Illegal motion offense.
5. 5 different players scored touchdowns.
So that's the depth that Milton has. You know, there's not one player that they have to give the ball to. They can give the ball to a number of guys.
Second and 10.
One of the things that has happened to the stadium that I'm sure the track opponents of Milton like a lot is the corner is no longer square towards the high school. It's now round. Yeah, I know when my son ran track here, he used to like to use that square corner to the advantage because you know how to run it.
You practice here long enough, you do learn how to run. The opposing team hated it.
They struggled there on that corner. And again, not much doing there. As the penalty made it first and 15, and they get back. Not even going to move the stick on there. It'll be second and 15. Clock down to 5 minutes and 57 seconds. Out of the eye once again. Hollenbach hands to the up back.
Nothing.
Man alive. That is just a swarming defense,
Eric
no matter
Watson.
who they have in there, Ted.
I think that was Eric Watson running the ball there. You're right. He hit a brick wall.
And there's at least 2 or 3 players for Milton coming in there. Take a look at number 8, Ted. We talked about him earlier.
Matthew Swallow, sophomore, 5'3", 115 pounds. He's got room to grow, that boy. Good to see him out there.
Playing the corner. Hollenbach's going to keep it. Oh, my, and he is going to be spanked there by Mark Erb. Yikes. Hollenbach seeing the same thing that Smith saw. Nothing but black jerseys. It'll be 4th and 22. And there you take a good look at Mark Herb, who made that tackle, calling the defensive plays out there. as pretty much the JVs are in. Hollenbach will be doing the punting for this timeout. I don't know, Ted. At this point in time, when you put your JVs in or you put your young players in, is the head coach still coaching, or is the your assistants or your JV coaches?
You let your assistants, your JV coaches take this. You know, let them get some experience calling some plays, calling defenses, whatever. You know, your head coach is observing, seeing if he can pick up something, a kid that might catch his eye, you know, that might help him down the road here or there. But you let your assistants do the coaching.
Milton players enjoying this. They're on the sidelines. There you get a look at the huddle for the Warrior Run defenders, and they have just been pummeled tonight by virtually every Milton player that's been in there. Got a growing year. Hollenbach to do the punting. Let's see if this is a real punt instead of a fake. And that kick is up, and it's going to be let go, and it's going to take a pretty good Warrior Run roll, and it'll be down at the 29-yard line, probably the worst field position that Milton's had
all night.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's take a look here. Who comes out? Swigert comes out for the quarterbacking position for Milton. 4:13 to go. Clock keeps moving.
Hi, Bob. I've been on the receiving end of these losses down here at this field, and it's no fun. I feel for Coach Welliver. It's not a fun situation to be in, but better times are ahead. You just got to keep working.
Oops. That was confusion right from the beginning. First of all, you know, when you're running a lot of players in, it's going to be a procedure penalty. You're running a lot of players in. People are not used to being in different positions. So you run a guy in from the sidelines late. He may or may not know what the play is. He's just going and getting down. And then somebody on the line moves because you're just not used to it. To bring up a 1st and 15 with 3:38 to go. Up the middle goes number 33, Robert Morey, and he is across the 35-yard line, and he'll be knocked down at the 38, 39. Let's start talking about players of the game.
Geez, you talk about Milton, my word. You got probably 5 or 6 guys that deserve player of the game for Milton. I'll tell you, Stuart Sumner had 2 interceptions. He didn't score a touchdown, but he played a good game defensively. You know, you got, I don't know why we don't have the second half stats, but Jimmy Highstand has run the ball well second half, so has the Jack kid. Well, why are they running the ball well? The linemen are obviously blocking.
Right.
You know, it's hard to pick one player of the game. However, I guess we have to do it.
And we'll have to cogitate on that for a few moments. That ball is handed off to Loyick.
You know, I think we're probably feel the same about the player of the game for Warrior Run. I know a kid who played offense, he played defense, he was on the field most of the game. He returned all the kickoffs. Brad Marone.
Yeah, I like Brad Marone as our player of the game for Warrior Run. And it'll be less than 2 minutes to go. And there is, nice run by Ingrick and a nice tackle there at the end of that. I just circled a player. It's kind of a little off the wall maybe, but you know, what do you think about Austin Kerstetter?
Hey, he kicked off deep every time, and he kept the Warrior Run in poor field position, and that was the key to Milton tonight. They always got the ball, it seemed like, on their side of the 50-yard line, and when you got a short field to move the ball on, it makes it a lot easier.
All right, so we're going to go with Austin Kerstetter, our Milton Player of the Game, and Brad Marone, our Warrior Run Player of the Game. So congratulations to Austin and Brad. Appreciate your efforts tonight, as well as everybody else. And like Ted said, well, I tell you, everybody on that Milton squad, from the linemen to the kicking team to the cornerbacks to all three quarterbacks. So corners played a tough game with a couple of interceptions, some good pass breakups. Milton looking pretty good tonight.
Milton looked very good tonight, but they got to consider, and I don't want the kids to let this go to their head. They have an easy team they played tonight. They should have an easy team going next week. It should be pretty much the same situation. The following week, they've got a big game, and they can't look at these two games and get all puffed up with themselves thinking we're great, because Selinsgrove will bring them down to earth real quick.
Fans are filing out as Milton decides to down the ball. I want to thank our camera people, Colleen Ernst down on the field, Chris O'Rourke up here in the penthouse, Nathan Baylor in the truck. Doing a great job here at CCN. And my partner, Ted McFerrin, the coach. I'm Bob Hickox, and we've certainly enjoyed bringing you this Tomato Bowl contest where Milton has really put some points on the board. 49 points to Warrior Run's 0 points. So Milton will win the 2001 Tomato Bowl. So for our crew, I'm Bob Hickox for Ted McFerrin saying good night, everyone. We'll see you next time here on CCN Sports.